We're back. The top 5 doubles tips from John and Jay.
That's
John,
right.
how you doing today?
Doing really good. How about you, Jay?
Great. By the way, we're doing this because it's raining. Otherwise, we'd probably be out teaching some tennis.
That's right.
So we wanted to take this opportunity to give you guys a couple tips that we found help us in our doubles play.
All right, we're going to start from 5 and work our way up. And my number 5, it might surprise most of you, but it's run. No, I'm not just recycling cards. It's really important to be ready to run. Don't get intimidated with your opponents. Just be ready to run. Make them work. So that could be make your opponents work. What's your number 5?
It's a good one. All right, my number 5 is placement, not power. In the game of doubles, especially when you're thinking about serve, it's not always how hard you can hit it. Not all of us can hit it 115, 120 miles an hour. However, placement, putting it into a weakness, a backhand into the body, is going to work better than trying to hit a low percentage hard serve where there's a chance you could double fault.
Very good. All right. Some of you might not agree with this, but this is what I believe and try to play is avoid the net player. That's the one person on the court in a one-up, one-back situation that can finish the point quickly. I prefer to be a little bit more patient, try to work that cross-court grind a little bit, and avoid the net player and stay in the point long until we have the opportunity to finish the point around the net.
Okay, my 4th is high five your partner. When you play doubles, you have a partner, you're a team. It's not singles. So one of the things you want to do is after every point, come together, high five with your racket, headbutt, whatever you want to do to get ready for the next point. It reminds you that whether you play a good point or a bad point, let's stay together, we're a team, and get the next point. It's a great rallying thing you need as you're playing doubles.
Oh, that's great. Yeah, that's right up there. All right. Number 3, down the middle solves the riddle. Great place to attack. Kind of going back to the high five your partner, I believe in divide and conquer. Hit that ball down the middle, burn them a few times, and you might have your opponents chatting at each other in an unfriendly manner.
Okay, my number 3 is John's number 4. Return away from the net player. When we think about returning, if we return at the net player, it puts my partner in a defensive position. So I'm always going to try to keep the ball cross court, returning back to where the server is. And what that does, it then allows my net player, my partner, to either poach or it gives me more time to get the next shot to get back in position. Again, when we go right at the net player, we tend to then are forced into a position where we have to rush. And when we rush, we don't play as well.
Very good. My number 2, lob early and often. Try to get your opponents off the net and get used to the conditions on the court so you can better utilize your lob. So you want to, if you're going to use that lob, you want to work the kinks out early. If it's a real windy day, you want to find out how the wind's going to affect your lob because you're going to need it by the end of the match. You want that thing working when the points get tight.
Okay. And my number 2 is be willing to adjust your plan. What I mean by that is you may go into a match and say, I'm going to stay back on the baseline and just rally and try to pass this team. It's there.
Yeah.
All right. I got it. But be willing to adjust your plan. Sometimes if you can take what you've done in the beginning and then it's not working and adjust, whether it's like John says, lob a little bit. Maybe you take the pace off the ball because your opponents like pace. Another thing you can do is you can hit shorter shots and try to draw them in if they're not great volleyers. So again, it's being willing to adjust and be flexible with, and of course this does require practicing and being able to work on those shots to adjust while you're playing doubles. So adjust your plan. You may have to do that to win.
That's right. My number 1 is first serve variety and 3/4 pace. That's one of the things that I grew up learning, was try to do 3/4 pace.
John, I think it's stuck.
Oh, thanks.
Yeah.
And get a high percentage of those first serves in. Once again, keep your opponent in that defensive frame of mind.
All right. And my number one, this is going to be a shocker, but play a lot with the same partner. I think if you play a lot with the same partner, you understand their tendencies. Some players run more than others, some are more explosive than others, some have personalities that are more offensive, some are more defensive. But I think the thing that you'll find is when you know where your partner is on the court, it makes it a lot easier. Now, I will say this, rotation is also important because it helps you work on maybe some areas where you need to get better at. When you think of combo doubles, if you're the lower level and then you have to move up to the higher level, it's a different way to play. You have to, you're carrying a partner rather than being carried. So I think going back to playing a lot with the same partner really will help you have confidence and will help you play winning tennis.
That's great. That's great. Thanks for watching, and if you want to pick up some singles tips, click on the tennis court again. Thanks for watching.
Thank you. See you.